Hello, welcome. We are playing Wounded Waters Bleeding today, and we're going to try and learn this spirit against some adversaries. What an interesting spirit this is. So, this spirit starts off as a fully formed spirit, kind of, but it's damaged. And what I mean by fully formed is it's got loads of presence on the board. It starts off with 4 energy, but as we go through the game, we're going to start losing presence and really starting to suffer until we start healing. And we can heal in different ways. So on turn 3, we choose a new special rule. It could be defensive, it could be a bit more offensive. And then in turn 5, we get a new innate, which again could be a bit more offensive / control-y, and a bit more defensive with the Han. And you can mix and match these, which is really interesting. So, Wounded Waters, what's going on? Well, rather than explain all of this, I think I might just go through it. But Wounded Waters is very interesting. It's very control-y. These innates here, we've got lots of pushing and fear and damage and pushing and stuff like that. And we're just going to play it and I'll explain rules as we go. So, we start off with 4 presence on the board, 1 sacred site in a land, or the highest land with the town, and 1 sacred site in the land with blight. And we also add a blight as well, an additional blight into this land with the town. And that's going to be important because of our cards here. Let me just show you these. So, blood, water, and bloodlust range from a land with blight. We add a beast and a disease. Boon of the corrupted blood, 1 damage in target spirit's land. And if you target someone else, you can do extra damage, which is very cool. Draw of the water's edge, gather up to 2 towns from a single land. Well, I can imagine this is good against England. And this is also fast control, which is good. Rack with pain and grief. 2 fear, push 1 explorer and 1 town. And again, this is from a land with blight. So, really interesting cards. Really interesting spirit. Let's see what nature we're going to move into. I'd say no, let's just go into it. Let's just go into it. Right, we're going to go against Prussia 6 today and see how we do. Sands and mountains. Now this is interesting because, yeah, these explorers seem to have dodged all of the lands with buildings, which might make it easier to control. So we know we can deal with 2 lands at least, because we can pick off an explorer with boon, and we can gather the building town. And I suppose lots of other control as well. So let's start off by using boon, I think. So really, we've got 0 energy gain and 1 card play, but we've got 4 energy in the tank. So I think this is the only growth option we can use here, because this 3rd growth option requires at least 1 healing card, which won't be unlocked until turn 3. So let's gain a power card, and let's see what we get. Sky stretches, call to tend, interesting. Oh, entrancing apparitions is also very interesting. Call to trade is also very interesting. Lots of interesting things. I don't know if I want to do call to trade. I don't actually like this card very much, because I like to keep lands a bit lower to the ground and not as built up, but still a good card. Now what we're looking for is either, I suppose, animal or water, because when we play our cards, this is when we choose our nature. And if we're going defensive, we'll choose maybe water instead of animal, and if we're aggressive, we'll choose animal. Let's see. This is why I was looking at call to tend, because it's got both and it's a bit flexible in that regard. But the defense could be pretty good. I think we're going to have to pick this up, because this actually stops 2 builds, which is huge. So I think we're going to end up playing that. So we're going to place a presence, and we're going to pop this. Let's see, maybe it's good if we spread out a bit. Maybe here. It's fine. We've got access to all the lands. And let's just play entrancing. So we'll pay this. And at this point, we look at the elements that we've got. We've actually unlocked this water or animal. So I'm going to get a water here. So we've got more animal excuse me, we've got more water than animal, so our nature is veering towards water and a bit more defensive. So that's the first thing we have to do. Acknowledge that, and then we are going to either destroy a presence or forget a card. And I'm just going to destroy a presence here as our spirit starts to decay. Right. And that's it. So, entrancing apparitions, defend 2. And if no invaders are present, gather up to 2. Well, this is very nice. Let's see. Let's see what we want to protect. Do we have any defense for that? I don't think we do. So maybe we just take the ones without the Dahan. There we go. Stops 2 builds. That's lovely. But only 1 card play is pretty rough. Okay, we skip the event. We're going to build. And then escalate. I guess in the water. Keep things focused. Nothing else I can really do, I don't think. And then explore. Wow, gosh. Off to a flying start here, aren't we? Okay, so we've got our left innate here. Push up to 2 explorers / Dahan / Blight. So let's see what we can do here. I mean, we could push these back, I suppose. Maybe we can deal with this wetland. Yeah, that seems good. Time passes. Okay. Now, again, we're going to do this second growth option here. And we've unlocked this gather 1 blight into one of your lands, which is really nice. So we're going to grab a miner. Let's see what we've got. Renewing Boon is actually pretty good, actually. Doesn't really have our elements, but blight removal is pretty sweet. Also, 0 cost strife is very nice. Bird's Cry Warning could be nice here, just to clear this up. Yeah, that could be really nice, actually. Although I do want to stop this wetland build. I think we go for a Renewing Boon for later in the game. And we still need to add this presence. Let's put this over here, I guess. Okay, now, I think I'm just going to try and stop this. Oh, no, actually, I did want to stop a ravage, didn't I? This is the decision here. Do I gather a town somewhere, maybe into here, to stop a ravage? Or do I stop this build? Tricky, tricky. Well, we could... Oh, gosh. We could play Rack with Pain and Grief. And that will push whatever build happens in this wetlands out of that land. Which is something. But for now, I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world if we let these ravage. I do want to protect this Dahan. 2 Dahan, losing them is pretty rough, though. I feel like I need to protect them a little bit. So maybe we just do draw. It's a bit of a rough state we're in. But now we're leaning towards water. Which is sweet, okay? I mean, I'm just going to go with it. So we get the healing marker. And we need to destroy a presence. Or forget a card. And we're good to go. So let's gather this town into here and protect this Dahan. And that is it for now. Okay. The next explore card matches all lands without buildings and ignore any escalation. Choose a land with disease, 2 damage to invaders, 2 damage to Dahan. Oh my gosh. Rough. Do we have 2 Dahan in our lands? No, we do not. So, Ravage. Dahan fight back. That's all fine, fine, fine. We're going to build, and then this matches everything without a building. 1, 2, 3, 4 explorers on the board there. Oof. And we're building in the jungle. Okay. Really scary. I would like to draft a defense over here. This cascade is pretty scary, but we can gather blight, so we can prevent that cascade at least. Okay, well, we can push some explorers or Dahan. I kind of want to pair these Dahan up. Don't think I can defend this. I've not drafted any defense, which is a bit scary. This control innate isn't going to help us with the jungle. So I'm wondering if we just try and just put everything in there in the wetlands for now. Just try and tidy up the board a little bit. Or we could hope to draft a defense. And hopefully these Dahan will do something. It's risky. But let's try. Okay, time passes. Right. Turn 3. We can do the same thing. Grab a miner. And now finally we get 2 card plays and 1 energy. Law of the Unknown. That could have been good. If I'd have pushed these in here. Because then I could push that town out. But alas, we didn't have it. Rain of Blood is quite nice. I might actually pick this up. 0 cost fear. Let's do it. And we need to pop this presence. Gosh, we've got no defense. But we can start getting some blight off of the board, which is quite good. Okay, great. And I think I want to start doing that. However, we do get access to this first special rule here, and it's going to be Serene Waters. Talk about that in a minute. Let's see. I think I want to do some pushing. And I probably want to remove some blight. Cool. And then you can actually choose a bit. I want to veer towards animal, I think. So we'll get the animal element, pay for these, and we're good to go. And this unlocks this damage here on the right innate. Now, we've got mostly animal, so we're going to pop this healing marker here. And we are going to destroy a presence, probably. We could maybe just forget a card. Entrancing apparitions, maybe. Don't think it's going to be very useful right now. Let's get rid of that, actually, instead of destroying a presence. Okay, so now we fulfilled a requirement for a healing card. So requirements are down here. We have at least 3 total healing markers. And we've got 2 water healing markers. So let's pick this up, Serene Waters. And this says, when your powers move any number of invaders into your lands, you may downgrade one of those invaders once per power. Great. And when your powers add or move any number of Dahan into one of your lands, you can downgrade an invader there. Really cool. So we are quite controlly. And so what this means is, say if we gathered this town into this land, we would be able to downgrade that town. And same with Dahan, if we pushed this Dahan into this land, we could downgrade this explorer to get rid of it. And that's how that works. So what we're looking for is some Dahan defense. I think I will use our gather of blight. Just gather this into here. I think that's okay. But this might be a rough turn. Let's see. Oof, wow. Okay. On an inland land, replace 1 explorer with a town. Okay. Let's try and oh gosh, actually, let's change that into that. Okay. Do not ravage in lands with strife or disease. Each player may push 1 explorer or town from a land with Dahan. Well, that saves a blight, which I'm very happy with. Let's push this along the coast here. Into this land with beasts. That seems okay. So, ravage in the wetlands. Dahan fight back. We get a blight here. We're still healthy. We're going to build. And then escalate. Let's put a town here and explore in the sands. Okay. Right. So, we can choose a land where we have presence and remove a blight, and we can add one of our destroyed presence, which we will have a lot of over the course of the game. So let's remove this blight and add a presence. That's awesome. And 2 fear, and we can do some pushing. Push 1 explorer and 1 town. And we have to target from a land with blight. So we could stop a city build here. And I think I want to do that. Let's do it. Great. Oh, and look at that. We've pushed this into our land, so we can downgrade that town. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. And we've got 1 fear, 1 damage, push a Dahan. 1 fear, 1 damage, and we'll push this Dahan in here and downgrade that so we don't have to worry about the build. Now, unfortunately, these jungles are a lost cause. I think that's okay at this point. Did I get the fear? Yes, I did. Okay. Now, we've got an option here. We've unlocked this growth option here, so we can start adding destroyed presence and get loads of energy. But also, what do we do here? Do we go for lots of energy and maybe mages or miners? Now, this is quite a nice set of cards here. So, I think I want to go bottom track. And let's get some energy. 1, 2, 3. So we can add a presence, say, here. And then add one of our destroyed presents, say, here. And we're good to go. Pay for these. And again, we still have to do our markers. And let's see, I could actually get a water element here and get 2 tiers of these innates, which seems pretty good. So let's do it. And now we can choose, because we're tied on water and animal, we can choose. And I do want to go down the animal path against Prussia. I think that's pretty cool. Let's lock that in. And we still have to destroy presence, so let's destroy this one. And that's it. So we can do 1 damage in one of our lands. Let's try and thin this out a bit, I suppose. And that's it for fast. It's a pretty rough turn. Let's see what happens. Oh gosh. Right. Add an explorer to a land with blight. Okay, well I don't want to choose this one because we worked so hard to stop that build. Push up to 2 explorers or 1 town from a land with beasts. Well, let's just keep everything in this land. Seems okay. In each land with buildings, 1 damage per Dahan, then each surviving building deals 1 damage to Dahan. Okay, well, it has to be this town that gets destroyed, and these Dahan take 1 damage. Pretty rough. Okay. Each player adds a strife in a different land with at least 2 invaders. Okay. That's a shame. But we can... yeah. Let's see, where do I want this? Maybe just in here, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, so here is a rough turn. So 3 damage to Dahan, wipes them out, we get a blight. And then we get a blight here, which destroys presence, and we go blighted. What's this? Each invader phase. On each board, destroy a presence in a land with blight. This is just made for us, isn't it? Okay, great. Then we're going to build in the sands. And then sands, wetlands, explore. Gosh. My gosh, this is looking quite brutal actually, isn't it? But we should come online next turn. So let's see what we can do. 3 fear. 1, 2, 3. Because we're targeting this land, this wetland, from a sacred site. We can add a beast and a disease. Beast and a disease. Okay, what can we stop with these innates? Actually quite a lot. I want to stop this from ravaging. So I think in this, we're going to target this left innate. So push up to 2 explorers. I think we can do that. Push these 2 in here. Or we could push them in here and downgrade 1. Seems okay. Try and thin out this board. And then 1 fear. Push up to 2 towns, presence, or beasts. So definitely want to get rid of this town. And maybe I could just push it in there again. And downgrade it. Alright, lots of explorers. Pretty scary. 1 beast and 1 disease. Okay. 1 beast, maybe 1 disease in here. Because sands are a bit of a danger zone. Okay, and then we've got our right innate, 1 fear, 1 damage pusher Dahan, and then 1 damage add a beast. Let's just stop this from happening. There we go. So 2 damage in total, and we add a beast. Great. Time passes. Now we're going to have to reclaim here. So reclaim, gain an energy with this first growth option. And do we go for a major? I think we could start digging for majors. A skip is pretty nice. And with all these explorers on the board, the only thing is it's a bit off element. Unlock the gates of deepest power is quite cool. It's got all the elements. Otherwise, those are the only ones I'm really looking at. Unlock the gates, that could be really interesting. Drawing 2 and keeping 1 majors. It could really help us dig for a win condition. We don't have many turns left. We could do with a lot of fear coming up. I think we go for it. But what do we forget? Renewing boon could be a bit slow. Yeah, okay. Right, so we pick that up. All good. Let's try and play it this turn with boon and a 0 cost. Seems good to me. I think maybe we go for animal here. Okay, cool. So pay for these. And again, we are veering on an aggressive nature. And now we, hang on, what's the order here? Claim a healing marker and then get a healing card. This is really good. So this replaces our left innate there. And now we don't have to destroy a presence or forget a card because we've healed. We've healed completely and we've decided our nature. Wonderful. And look at this. We've got all of this innate. Feels good. Okay. So where do we want to do this? So this innate here, we can gather a beast, get some fear, and then things do damage to each other. So kind of like a trickster vibe. And then we can push. So we can start clearing lands or problematic lands. This is a problematic land. So what I'm going to do is, let's do 1 damage in here. Stop that sands from ravaging. And then let's see what we get with unlock. So gain 2 major powers. And we can gain 1 of them without forgetting. Some defense is actually quite nice. Voice of command. That's also pretty cool. Let's get some defense. Wonderful. And let's just try and clear out this land. So let's gather this beast in here. 2 fear, because invaders are present. And then 1 town and 1 explorer do damage to each, well, to other invaders. So let's get rid of, well, these. Get rid of their doppelgangers. And then for each beast, push 1 explorer and 1 town or Dahan. So let's just push these out of here into this land. Oh, so we've just got a city there. That's pretty cool. Great, and that's all fast done. So nice that this innate, both of them in fact, are fast. Okay, so on each board, destroy a presence in a land with blight. Okay, it's okay, we can keep adding destroyed presence. That's not awful. Add 1 omen token in the land without omens that has the most invaders, and then ravage their next turn. Well, we can kind of swindle this, so it's okay. Think if we choose this land, I think we can protect it next turn. Let's try it. Let's add an omen token here. It's going to be strife today. Make it pink so I know what's happening. And then 1 damage per beast. 1, 2, and that's it. In lands with Dahan have defend 2. Okay. Oh no. Oh no, it's okay. In lands with buildings and no Dahan, they do +1 damage. Okay. Does nothing. Each player may push one explorer into a land with more buildings than it came from. Can we stop any builds here? They take care of everything. I think that's going to be okay. I guess we could put it in there. That's fine. Okay. Saves a disease. Do not expect. Do not explore in coastal lands. Right. So we're going to ravage in the sands. That's fine. We're going to build in the sands, build in the wetlands, get a town here. But I think we can protect it. And then, should this strife be here? I don't know if I should have gotten rid of that. I don't know. I'm going to go with it. Right, so we've built there. Mountains, jungle. Explore. I don't know if we're actually going to do this. Because we are running out of time here, and we don't actually explore on the coast. And we're still terror level 1. We've got to really ramp up. And this will help. Rain of Blood. 1, 2, 3. And we target this land again. And we've got our innate here. Did I downgrade this? I don't think I did I? So let's downgrade it. Because we pushed them into there, didn't we? Okay. So we can do lots of damage. Push it to Han. Maybe this could be good there. Yeah, that could work. This is the only one ravaging, and that's okay. Okay, cool. So, 1 fear. 1 damage. Push a Dahan into here, which downgrades an Explorer. And 1 damage, add a Beast. Okay, because we want Dahan in here, because this is going to ravage next turn as well. 9 passes. Okay. I think we're doing okay. We can get a reclaim, which is really nice. I think I want to do that. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. This third growth option. And we'll add a presence in here. A presence in here. Why not? A destroyed presence. And we're going to gather this blight into here using our track power. And we can reclaim. What do we want to reclaim? I think maybe we push the fear. Yeah. Okay, I think I want to play this. Get some fear. And do we want to gather anything? Gosh, these jungles though, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. I need to get presence in here so I can start downgrading them. But we do have a defense at least. Tricky. We played these. What are we missing? Some fire. Yep. Gets us fear. I think we really need to start rushing the fear. Okay, cool. Let's try it. So 3 fear. 3. And we can defend 6 in this land. And this turn, invaders in target land skip the next build. Okay, great. And then we've got some, we can stop this ravage here. So we're going to gather a beast. Okay, 2 fear. We can't do damage to other invaders, but we can push. So let's push this into here, which downgrades it. And we'll push this in here. That should be okay. And that is it for fasts. Okay, let's go. And we have to destroy a presence in a land with blight again. Let's do that. That's fine. Right. Stage 3. Choose a land with buildings. Add a blight there without cascading. We can destroy 2 presence or Dahan in that land to prevent it. That's not great, is it? Oh dear. I don't think we've really got a way to stop this. Add one without cascading. That's only one blight though, isn't it? Okay, let's just add a blight in here. In here. Oh gosh, it's actually really rough. Okay, that's fine. Destroy 2 explorers in lands with beasts. No, nothing. In lands with 3 or more Dahan. Absolutely not. Choose a different land with Dahan. 1 damage and defend 3. That's amazing. Okay. Each land with or adjacent to 3 of these tokens defend 5. Well, we're okay for defense. So, ravage in the wetlands and the sands. We're good. Build in the jungles and the mountains. That skips. Great. And then stage 3, mountains, wetlands. Oh, and of course we needed to ravage there and get to fit. I forgot about that. And then explore in the mountains and the wetlands. Wow. Okay, right. What can we do here? Probably going to need to defend at least one of these jungles. Probably this one, but we've got no Dahan there. We're just out of Dahan. Well, let's get this. 1, 2, 3. And we can target this jungle there for the extra fear. We're nearly terror level 3. But I don't know if we're going to make it. Beast and disease. We're kind of like stopping cities really at the minute, but we've already got 4 on the board. It's not looking good, is it? Beast and disease. From a land with blight. Mountains, water. Oof, this is rough. Beast and disease in here. Hope for some beast damage. And 1 fear. Oh gosh. 2 damage, add a beast. Okay, 2 damage, add a beast. And I really need some presence, at least in this jungle, if we're going to defend it next turn. Okay, time passes. Right. 1, 2, 3. Gain energy. I'm going to pop a presence here, and I'm going to pop a presence here, I suppose. And reclaim. Trees radiate, and I guess we just play these cards, which is too much. Oh dear. We're really suffering here, aren't we? I'm wondering if we need to reclaim. Next turn should be good, but that's basically the end of the game. I think maybe we need to reclaim. I've committed now, and I don't remember where I put my presents. I think I put it in here, but I don't remember. Okay, let's try. Let's just try. And we'll pay for these and hope for the best. 2, 3. Terror level 3. Defend 6 here. And it just skips the next build. And we can just gather a beast. Wow. Gosh, we'll gather this beast in here. And hope for the best. Okay. Oh, and we need to destroy a presence in a land with blight. Okay. We are not healthy. Destroy 2 presents. Add 1 wild in place of each. Okay. I will destroy this one and this one. So that's 1 wild there, 1 wild there. Destroy 2 in lands with beasts. 1, 2. That's wonderful. Oh, I forgot to gather this into here. Whoops. Using our track. Okay. And during Ravage, Dahan deal damage at the same time as invaders. Okay. Remove a town from any land. Wow. Okay, let's try and thin this out. Each thingy does -2 damage. Invaders do not heal. That's interesting. So at the minute, this is only 3 damage. No, it's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 3. That's cool. That's good to know. It could be saved. Add a strife to an invader. For the rest of the turn, invaders have -1 health per strife to a minimum of 1. Well, I guess we could put a strife there. That's okay. Right, so Ravage. Mountains, mountains, that's all good. Blight here. This is defended. Build in the mountains and the wetlands. Okay, and then last explore. Jungle and sands. Okay, but these aren't actually going to ravage, so we don't have to worry about these. Because we're out of time. So, 2 fear. I'm really pushing that fear. And we can push 1 explorer and 1 town. I guess it's these, isn't it? Push that in there. And this in here. And that gets downgraded. Seems okay. And then 1 fear. 1 damage and push a Dahan. 1 damage, push a Dahan, downgrade that. Just need some Dahan in there to try and downgrade these cities, but it's not going to be enough. Time passes. Okay, now we need to reclaim. Grab a miner. Land of Haunts and Embers could be the way to go. We'll pick that up. And can I get enough fear? We need 12. We could get 4. Not enough. Oh, just don't have enough. Everything we play here needs to be fast. But that's all we can really do. What are we missing here? Animal. That's really rough. If we played both of these, yeah, but at least we can do some damage. Will this be enough? Could be. Gosh. Let's try. Because we can get rid of 1 city there. Wow. Mountains and... Mountains and wetlands are ravaging. It's just this one all blight. I think we just need fear. Let's try it. Okay, 1 damage. Do 1 damage here. That's fine. And then gather a beast into here. 2 fear. Then 1 explorer, 1 town deals damage to other invaders. Gets rid of a city. And then we can push. We're going to push this town into here, which downgrades it. This explorer into here. And this explorer into here as well. Why not? Okay, so we've only got 2 cities on the board. And of course, and Embers. I so want to do that, but we don't have enough blight. We have 1. It's probably worth the 2 fear. Yeah, let's do it. 2 fear. Push up to 2. We'll push this into here. No, we'll push this into here. We'll push this into here. Add a blight. And that's it. Oh no, it's going to ravage. Oh well, we'll work on some fear cards. It'll be fine. We need to destroy a presence in a land with blight. Okay, and here we go. We hope for the best. In the single land with the most invaders, push 1 explorer and or town to each adjacent land. Oh dear, so we get to choose because we've only got 2 invaders. I mean, I don't want that to ravage. I could choose this one. Maybe. I could go there. And there. Okay. Each beast generates a fear if invaders are present and moves to an adjacent land if not. Well, this is huge. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, and that's the game. Easy game, easy life. Look at that. Wonderful. So it was a fear victory in the end. It was a bit close to the wire, and that fear card really, well, that event really helped us. Push 2 to harm from a land with blight. That's interesting. So if we didn't get that, we could push this into here, I suppose. What fear cards were we looking at? Oh no! What fear cards? So it would have been this one, this one, this one. Would these have saved us? Remove? Maybe. Oh wow, destroy all things. I wouldn't actually have done anything. Remove stuff from a lands with beasts, but nothing really to stop these city builds. So yeah, it was really this event card which saved us. But yeah, very cool game. Very cool game. I do like this spirit. Wounded Waters. I think against Prussia, I actually like taking Roiling Waters, which is a bit more damage when you add beasts and when you move to Han. I think it's really good for picking off explorers and those pesky lands. But yes, fun game. I think next game we're going to try Scotland 6. It has to be. But yes, until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers. Oh, don't know what I pressed. Wrong button.